wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. Jason talks like a spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Oh, here we go. Hello and welcome to the Wednesday KVJ show. Jaybirds got on his pedophilia clothes.
Look out, kids.
I think I'm just going to take the loss on that. I'm not changing my style up.
The silliest thing, yes.
Kids, steer clear.
The pedophilia pizzagate, people getting on Bird when he's wearing pizza-themed clothing. Be like, you know what kind of message you're sending.
Well, we were all at Pizza Girls yesterday.
Yeah.
Does that mean that we're all pedophiles?
Yes.
Well, what's weird is we talked about it on Monday, and people go, are you guys talking about this again? Well, the reason why I brought it up again was because it's been so prevalent the last week with people coming up to me and making sure they give me that message. So I felt like something was in the news. Mm-hmm. I don't know if there was
I
or
haven't
not.
seen it anywhere but here. I haven't heard anybody say that pedophilia and pizza are connected. I haven't. I watch the evening news every night.
It's pretty internet-based. It's internet-based. It kind of started with
and
that.
that's the problem with our world, the internet.
Well, it's out there, but I think any rational mind is not saying just because you have on a pizza hat means that you're trying to say to the world that you're into pedophilia.
So there is a legit Pizzagate thing?
I believe so, yes.
That's a real thing.
Yeah, it was an interesting article I saw, yeah.
And the article was a legit article?
It wasn't an article. It was on a CBS newscast that they had done. Some guy kind of dug deep into what it was all about. And Comet Pizza, you can do your own little research on it, out of D.C., and the guy who ran it, and emails and all that stuff.
He was a legit pedophile?
There's some questionable stuff on it, yeah. You can see. And there's another pizza place that was tied in, and then the emblem on the other pizza place that was tied in is a symbol that is used in boy love.
Well, now Kevin's making me rethink my pizza outfits.
Well, I think there's something maybe to the whole that something did go on. It's probably not as deep as what a lot of people think, but I mean, come on. If we're going to start associating pizza with pedophilia, then we've just got to really disconnect ourselves from...
Well, unfortunately, you have creepy people with diabolical things that they want to do to kids. Yeah. They're out there.
You can't ruin pizza for everybody.
You can't help the fact that those creeps are out there.
Yeah.
And this one particular creep, maybe he owned a pizza shop, but that doesn't mean that the pizza now means pedophilia.
Exactly.
We're not letting that happen.
We should never allow that to happen.
There may be one creep that did it, but it doesn't mean it's going to ruin pizza for everybody out there.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's the message.
Yeah,
basically.
okay.
You got a bunch of people in the Catholic Church that touch kids, too. And that didn't ruin Catholicism.
True.
So...
Gina's got a point there.
It did for some people.
For some people, it certainly did. And I'm Catholic. But that's a big deal, you know? I mean, you have creeps in every facet of this world. You can't let them take pizza. You can't let them take your religion.
Can't let one creepy person ruin something so beautiful for everyone.
But
right.
I think what people are trying to tell me and tell us is it's not one person. It's this whole ring. It's this whole organization.
And there might be, but it still doesn't mean that that's what you invest into.
I agree.
Yeah, you're still allowed to wear pizza clothing.
Mainstream pizza means pizza.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's right. Pizza still means pizza. Pizza still means pizza.
Not touching kids.
It needs to remain pizza.
Yes. So there we go. So anybody who sees Jaybird wearing his pizza hoodie today.
Stop calling him a pedophile.
Yes.
Well, I mean, no one's calling me that. They're just saying, Bird, look out, watch out. This is what you're giving the wrong message.
Right.
No, you're not.
What? No.
You're giving a message of pizza.
Yes.
And it's the clothes that you wear when you're in here to smash a world record or to even set your own, which today I believe we're going to be doing that challenge.
We're going to try to.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we got on the topic of Fudgicals, or as Suits calls them, Fudgicals. And so we're going to do a contest today to see just how many Fudgicals Jaybird can knock down.
Fudgicals.
Mm-hmm.
How many Fudgicals? I believe we're doing it. How many in 3 minutes?
Yeah,
What's an
3
impressive number in your opinion?
I would say probably one every 30 seconds. 6.
Because you got brain freeze as a
It is.
as a
6 would
factor.
be, I think, very impressive.
Where are these Fudgicals?
They are en
Melting.
route with the Juicy Daddy.
Oh.
Juicy Daddy got the Fudgesicles yesterday.
Is he coming up to the studio?
He's coming today at 6:45 to drop them off.
Wow. Okay. All right.
He's getting the women in a frenzy over here.
I
Kev.
would have dressed better.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yes. That's why you always got to be prepared, Virginia.
Oh, man.
No, I think that's one of your best old lady dresses.
I feel a little frumpy today.
No.
So we've got a lot of action planned for you today. You can dial into all of it either on the WRMF app, or you can just pull up YouTube and look for the KVJ show and watch us on KVJ TV.
It's the KVJ, dirt of the day. It's the KVJ, dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away. Cause you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, we're hearing more details about exactly what happened when that guy showed up at Ariana Grande's house. Now, the guy got arrested and they caught him, but I guess there's a backstory here. This guy has been threatening to kill Ariana Grande for more than 7 months. Jeez. Has shown up at her home several times. The time before last, she was actually there. He showed up, he had a large knife, security and he became combative with each other. They're screaming, they're wrestling for the knife.
Oh my gosh.
Police were called. The police chased this guy, eventually tackled him. He's got a knife. Like,
What the heck?
it sounds like he has been threatening to kill Ariana Grande for months and finally got in and got close enough. And when she was home, how horrifying is that?
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
The guy is still in custody and being charged with 2 felony counts of criminal threats and having a weapon. But geez, I mean,
You just never know when someone's trying to get you.
you don't. And you just gotta, I guess, if you're Ariana Grande, keep constant round-the-clock security on you, with you.
Is he trying to kill her because she's not playing by the rules of The Voice?
I think so. I think
Is that
that's
what it
one
is?
of his
He
grievances.
takes it very
Yes,
seriously,
yes.
and she's flaunting the fact that she's breaking all the rules on The Voice on Kelly Clarkson's show.
They're all so nice and cool. I love them. I'm obsessed with my team. I talk to them all the time.
Oh my God, your first team too. It's like,
Yeah.
you get so
I
upset.
think
You love
I've-
them all, but like it's like so exciting.
I've broken every rule in my contract. I talk to them all the time. I'm like DMing them. They're like, you're not supposed to do that. And I'm like, sorry.
She DM'd her team. I must kill her.
It's so harsh.
Yes. Guy takes it very seriously.
Well, I'm not sure how Brittany's going to feel about this new Netflix special that is dropping the day before her court hearing.
We got just a small, juicy nugget. Do you want it?
I do want it.
It's not much.
Okay. What am I playing here?
The Britney Spears documentary clip.
Britney Spears documentary clip. Okay. Netflix?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hi, my name's Brittany Spears. I called you earlier, but I'm calling again because I just wanted to make sure we're in the process of ending the conservatorship.
What?
And that's all you get.
What'd she say?
Conservatorship.
I can't understand her.
No. I didn't get it.
Hopefully that thing has subtitles.
Right.
Y'all got to
We're
put some
gonna need that.
words on that Netflix. Put some words.
All they
Yeah.
did was add that thing at the end to make it sound like it was a cool clip. It wasn't that cool.
Now they're saying this is going to be one of those unauthorized documentaries, but they have lots of information supposedly. I'll watch
Okay.
it. I'll watch it. I don't know about you.
Meaning she had nothing to do with it.
She had nothing to do with it, and it doesn't want some of the details out there.
I'm thinking I'm going to make one of those documentaries about Virginia, Kev. I'm going to take some liberties
I'd watch it.
from the bird's perspective.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. We will be loose with details.
Gonna do that after your horror movie?
He's too busy right now. He can't do
Yeah,
it.
you're right.
And finally here, Daniel Craig is saying that James Bond should never be played by a woman. That's the new thing. A few people on the internets have suggested that, the next 007 needs to be a woman because girl power.
People are trying to fry him for what he said, and if you listen to what he said, there's no audio. He says, don't have a woman play it because why don't you just make a great character like a James Bond
Yeah.
for a woman?
Right.
I don't think there's anything wrong with him saying that.
Yeah.
Internet wanted to kill him.
I mean, James Bond is James Bond. We can't.
Thank you.
We can't change the character that much, right? Like, don't we want to be true to what made him so awesome?
When you do things like that, it becomes pandering to the audience, and people see through it. You're doing it because you want to be, hey, we're giving equal rights to women, and that's great. But make a different movie.
Daniel Craig is a pig.
People are insane. I'm serious, and that's coming from an insane person. People are crazy.
Yeah, I don't get that.
I don't get the Twitter, Kev. They get real mad.
No, Daniel Craig is a jerk, and we don't like him now. Let's cancel him.
I don't want to watch that movie.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
All righty.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about today, Jay Bird?
Well, I got the heartbreaking email. Came through yesterday. It's official. The Tom Cruise cruise has been canceled.
Oh.
It came from the higher ups.
Yeah.
Do you see that email?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, well, they just took it off the calendar because they've moved the date now again to May. Is when they're going to be doing it.
So was that more of a we're going to change it because the movie comes out in May, or was that a COVID kind of a thing?
No, it's the movie, but the movie's because of COVID.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, but are we still able to do events as a radio show?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Just making sure because I'm still trying to find a theater for the KVJ horror movie. And Kev, we had a shoot yesterday at one Virginia Sinicki.
Yeah.
Crushed it.
She did.
Really coming into her own.
Wow.
Really becoming the actor.
He's full of it.
I am not full of it.
Really excited to hear that.
I struggle with acting.
She struggles, but you know what? She gets through it. She does struggle.
And he had me doing a scene with like the best actor we know. Like one of his friends is actually a legit, really good actor.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And so I'm in the scene with this guy. And instead of focusing on what lines I should be saying next, I'm just drinking him in and enjoying the performance. And then that messes me up even more.
Do you know what he texted me about your performance yesterday?
She sucks.
Nope. Game recognizes game.
Whatever. He didn't say that.
That is a lie, but I like to build up my actors' egos.
Yeah.
I know he didn't say that.
It was in a public. It was at Pizza Girls we shot it at, and we had a very, very energetic Rocco and a very, very bad actor Virginia.
Okay.
And all the people that were there, like the workers and stuff, they were all like, "Wow, that guy's really a good actor." Like the guy that I was doing the scene with, they didn't say anything about my performance. They were all like, "Oh."
Well, they did. They just.
Yeah, it wasn't.
She's not so good.
No, she's great. You're gonna see how great she is.
She's great when she's quiet.
Yeah, no, that's for on the air is what we want. Not for the movie. You want to talk in the movie.
I'm just not good at it.
That's all I got, Ken.
Okay. What's on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, I am doing something fun tonight. I'm going to be at the Abacoa Golf Club for the 2021 Taste of Jupiter. It is a whole benefit for the Jupiter Police Foundation, and it's going to be one of those little food sampling events. Haven't done one of those in a long, long time.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm excited to be out there helping them raise money for the Jupiter Police Foundation. They do beautiful stuff with that money. They help families of officers that have fallen in the line of duty. They do stuff if officers get sick. I mean, they do beautiful, beautiful tributes with the money they raise. So I'm happy to be out there at the Abacoa Golf Club tonight.
Okay, very nice. Virginia out.
Very fancy.
I'm getting out there.
Yeah, you are. All the time.
I'm just going to see what happens. I'm going to go out and shake it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't shake it too much now.
It's a Wednesday.
You might jar something loose there, Tiger.
I'll lightly shake it.
Some fascinating stuff here with the pandemic going on. It's just odd and random, some of the products and items that you just can't get with production slowdowns, with what's going on with people not taking jobs. And it is just very odd because it just seems so random. Like I saw yesterday that one of those pandemic shortages that you can't get are struggling to get is Lunchables.
I told you that's the Uncrustable, the peanut butter with the honey. You can't get them right now, and if you can't, they're very sparse right now.
It's just so random.
It's random.
They can't get computer chips for cars, so production on a lot of cars, new cars, it's causing big problems there. It's like, what, computer chips?
The article I read said certain companies had to cut these certain items that weren't that popular.
Yeah. Oddly enough, I've been asking my wife, I'm like, where's the Cholula? I love the hot sauce. And she's like, I don't know. She's like, I can't get it. She's like, I'm like, Cholula?
There's an item
It's just so random.
I go specifically to Whole Foods in Palm Beach Gardens to get. It's the only store in the county that carries it. And they don't have it now because of the pandemic.
So weird.
We're getting hit hard.
It is. It's crazy stuff. So I had posted up on the KVJ Show Facebook page, just kind of curious, what product are you having a hard time getting due to the pandemic? And it's just such random stuff. Like Sari said, Kellogg's Nutri-Grain plain waffles.
Yeah. It's those specific items.
Lisa said Dr. Brown's Diet Black Cherry. It's just things that you would never even imagine. Be like, wait, why?
They got the Diet Black Cherry?
I've noticed, too, that there is a shortage on cherry 7-Up, depending on what store you go to. You may go there trying to get that, and it's not there.
All fake cherry flavoring is in jeopardy.
Look, you take my Uncrustables and you take my Cherry 7. Cherry 7-Up is an underrated soda. Stand by my word.
Several people are saying cat food. Having a hard time getting cat food. That's kind of odd. Why cat food?
I mean, you just give them tuna, right?
That's expensive.
A lot of soda stuff. Jessica said Code Red Mountain Dew. Courtney said Cherry Coke Zero.
See the cherry, Virginia?
Maybe it's the artificial cherry flavor.
It must be.
Y'all got to go real cherries.
No, I don't want...
Put some real cherries in your 7-Up.
I don't want people to get it twisted. Cherry 7-Up is available out there, but it's limited, and you're not going to get the cans you want.
Right. Somebody, Christy said Pepsi Max. It seems like it's pretty much going through, all sodas. It's kind of causing a problem. A couple mentions for Gatorade on there. Another hard thing to get.
Yeah, there's that Cherry Glacier one I love, and that is hard to find right now.
Cleaning supplies also has been hit. Shannon said it's hard to find OxyClean, but now Clorox bleach pens are really hard to get. So just kind of crazy. And I even saw today that Costco is talking once again about TP shortages.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, Kevin, don't say it.
I know.
I can't.
Is it even real, though?
I can't with that.
Did the hype cause the toilet paper shortage when there shouldn't have been the hype?
I think it's a different reason now. I think that there was a rush when we didn't have production issues. Now I think we have legit production issues and getting things made, shipped. People that can drive the trucks. In fact, somebody had said, I work on diesel trucks, and anything with a chip or that requires a microchip, whenever it goes down, then you can't get a replacement. And trucks are dropping like flies, he said, left and right for stupid little parts on the emission systems.
Wow.
And that will affect the production line and getting your favorite products delivered to your home or to your store where you buy them.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Would you rather not be able to brush your teeth or not be able to wipe your butt? Because what if someone was telling me that there's toothpaste that's becoming a shortage as well, and that would suck. You couldn't brush your teeth.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's going to happen.
Right. I would say out of the two, give me the toothpaste.
You'd rather have a dirty butt than a dirty mouth.
I'm not going to have a dirty butt, so I'm going to get in the shower. I've got another way. I can solve that problem better than I can. What else am I going to use for toothpaste? Baking soda?
I'll rinse those poo particles right down the drain.
I sure will.
It's disgusting, but it's how you got to survive.
I mean, imagine if you never brush your teeth for months.
That's the front of the house, baby. You got to take care of the front before the back.
Yeah, that would always be on my mind.
That's true. When you walk up to people, the first thing they see is not your bung.
Well, who's looking at my butt? Who's all up there? No.
A select few.
Yeah, select few's there.
Get to go back there.
Exactly. Go behind the curtain.
You got to have a VIP pass.
Yeah.
His velvet robes.
The front of the house.
Security is tight.
You're right.
Eva said Slim Jims. How random is that? Having a hard time finding meat sticks.
Well, maybe you shouldn't be eating those anyway.
Well, come to our vending machine, because our vending machine guy puts a lot of beef sticks in our vending machine. Too many.
All right, well, you struggling to find a product, you can let us know what you are having a hard time finding. Go to the KVJ Show Facebook page. You can put your info in right there. Well, today is Wednesday, September 22nd. Thought I saw today. Today's the first official day of
autumn. Yes.
Fall.
Yes.
Okay.
Is autumn and fall
Why
pretty
do I
much?
always think things start on the 21st? Why do I always think like summer?
You're thinking about June.
But I thought this year they said that the first day of summer was either on the 20th or 22nd because my birthday is the 21st. And so I'm normally like, hey, my birthday's the first day of summer. And this year they said it wasn't. I'm like, wait, what happened?
No, I think your birthday still is. They can't change that.
Trust me, this last year I kept hearing that June 21st wasn't the first day of summer.
What the hell?
Yeah, that's where I thought it. And I thought that September 21st was the first day of fall. And now they're telling me it's the 22nd.
Don't ask me. I'm over here asking if autumn and fall is the same damn thing, which I think it is.
It
is, yeah. You're right on that.
There's a fun filter on TikTok where you can turn everything autumn. And so for people like us that don't get the changing of leaves, there's a filter. You can go outside and take your green tree and make it brown.
Oh.
It's really cute.
No, it's nice.
I was playing with it yesterday.
Okay.
It's like, oh, this is kind of cool.
There you go. Things we didn't know we needed.
We didn't get an autumn down here. We go right. I mean, we just don't get one.
Just keep
we
getting
don't
those
have
filters,
seasons.
keep changing how reality really looks to really screw with people's heads.
So if you had to say, I know it's probably a little bit different here in South Florida, but we do in a sense have seasons. You know, we've got a rainy season and then we've got a dry season. But it does seem that, you know, every single 3 months there's a different feel to what goes on in South Florida.
There's a time period where there's more old people from up north. You can feel it
You
on
have
the
snowbird
road.
season.
Yep.
Yeah, so we have different seasons. We have snowbird season, and then we have polo season, and
There really is a season for snowbirds.
yeah. So what would you say are your favorite seasons? What is number one for you? I'll let you know America's favorites next. I wonder how much different this poll would be in South Florida compared to the rest of the country, because my lineup is completely different when you're talking about your favorite seasons. Today is the first day of fall. And in all of America, fall is the third most popular season. 19% of people said it's their favorite.
That's my favorite. Fall is my favorite.
Fall is my favorite too. I love fall. I love football. I love when it gets a little bit cooler out. I love the Halloween. That is a fun time. You got the holidays that's coming up. There's just kind of an excitement about all of it.
Yeah, I love October all the way to December. This is my favorite time of the year coming
Yeah,
up.
absolutely. I'm right there with you. So I put that at number one. But the rest of America goes like this. Summer is their favorite, number one. 33% said summer's their favorite season. Probably because you have vacations, you have better weather. Keep in mind, if it's nasty and gray, there's something about, as we know, having green all around you, blue skies, warm temperatures. Spring, second favorite. Again, warmth probably for the rest of America. 22% said that was their favorite. Fall, third at 19%. And then winter, least favorite at 7%.
It can be a bit depressing if you're stuck in the snow. I saw that when I was up in Oregon visiting my sister. I could see how the environment can get a person down, especially if they have some solitude going on in their life. I think it can mess with your mind.
It's an issue. Yeah, there's a form of depression that is caused and onset by winter that happens. You know, a lot of the fun things you got to do, you can't do, and it's gray. Here's how it breaks down for me, my favorite seasons. And I think that South Florida does change that. When you live here, your seasons are probably going to look different. Denny's got this poll that we're putting up at kvjshow.com. In order, my favorite seasons, it goes fall, then winter, then spring, and summer is my least favorite season.
That's because he leads the league in swamp butt when it gets all sweaty. You don't wear underwear either. It goes through your
Try
pants.
to keep cool, yeah.
I hear you.
It's nasty. Plus, it's the heat. There's not as much stuff that is going on. I mean, when you talk about South Florida in the fall, you know it's going to be getting cooler. Again, you do have football going on. In the winter, there's so many great activities that's going on, and it's gorgeous. In the spring, you still have some of those activities like spring training and things like that. There's still some excitement. And then to me, it's when you get into summertime that it's just it's a mess, and everybody's schedule's kind of wrecked.
That's what I don't like summertime for the on-air stuff because school is out. You don't have as many people listening, going to work.
Yeah.
People are taking vacation. We're taking It's real wonky.
You can't get into a groove.
Yeah.
Feel disoriented. So that's my least favorite. How do your favorite seasons break down, Virginia?
Well, I do based on Louisiana season. So I like Mardi Gras season.
Okay.
From like just after the first of the year, it's king cake season. Ooh. So I love king cake.
Gosh, king cake sounds so good.
It's bad luck to eat king cake outside of king cake season. So you really only have about less than 60 days of king cake season. So you got to get in there and you got to make it happen.
You could take that king cake and use those as, you could cut 2 pieces and use that as a bun for a burger or a grilled cheese.
Ooh, a king cake burger. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I love it.
Mama, I want it.
So I go king cake season, Mardi Gras season, that's the same thing.
Okay.
That's my favorite. Mm-hmm. And then I go crawfish season, which starts right after that. That's my second favorite. So from like March to July or June, I'm always cooking crawfish, and I love it.
Didn't know there was a crawfish season, but I hate it.
Yeah. A lot of those crustaceans have got seasons.
Yes.
I know, like when you went to the crabs or whatever it is, the stone crab season.
Yep, stone crab season.
Yeah.
Oysters have a season. Shrimp got a season.
Yeah, I was kind of curious, and that's why I asked the question, because other than holidays, what is your favorite day of the year? Now, it wouldn't be a Christmas or a Thanksgiving, even a St. Patrick's Day, because I call those holidays. But is there a favorite day for you? Like Virginia, maybe you're a person that I love the first day of lobster season.
Yeah, a lot of people love that lobster mini season.
Right, yeah.
It's one day when they can go out with their tickle stick and just grab a bunch of My friends grab like 50. It's crazy to see what they pull on their boat.
My favorite day of the year has become our very last show of the year. Not because I want to go on vacation. I just feel like when we have a show going into Christmas break, it's always a fun, loose. We're usually drinking.
You got holiday time coming up.
It's just it's a fun vibe going on.
I
love that day.
The fire nogs are flowing.
Yeah, it's just fun.
For me, I love sports. So typically, if it's not a holiday, my favorite days of the year, I like opening day for baseball. In some towns where you have a team and not the Marlins, it's a lot bigger.
Yeah, I used to love opening day. I did. I really liked it.
Yes, when I lived in Kansas City, it was a day that everybody got excited for because it was a sign that, okay, you're coming out of the funk and you got good stuff coming up. And I also love the first day of March Madness. That's always kind of fun. I always like to kind of like blow off of work and go sit at a sports bar and watch some games of teams that you'd never heard of before. So that's always kind of fun, just to be able to do that. Some of the things that people put up on our KVJ Show Facebook page, I feel this too. Curtis said that first cool day of fall when you know that it's changed and you walk outside and all of a sudden it is like a weird magical day. The humidity is gone and you're like, for the next 4 or 5 months, this is going to be what our weather's going to be like.
I pray that hits just right before Halloween because I love Halloween so much, but I hate trick-or-treating with butt sweat.
That type of weather really does elevate someone's mood. I noticed it with my family. Yeah. My family would be in better moods growing up. I just noticed we didn't fight nearly as much during better weather when it was
Weather's
cool
a
out.
massive deal for me. Yeah, that's why I love living in South Florida. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else because, your days are made or not made by the weather. Kara said, first day of summer vacation. I'm a teacher.
Oh, yeah, baby.
That is, that's a pretty cozy feeling.
And oddly enough, Nikki says, first day back to school for the kids. Hands down, that's a parent. So you got a parent and a teacher on other ends of the spectrum. A lot of people chiming off about Super Bowl Sunday. People love that. Food, the festivities of it. Even people are trying to make that a holiday. That's how big that is. Not going to happen yet, though. Somebody else said, and this is a holiday where I'm from, the Ohio State-Michigan game every single year. They call it the game. People will be off on Saturday. It is a big day. People rally around. That probably, honestly, aside from, I might even like that more than Christmas. That really is probably my favorite non-holiday every single year. Somebody said Sunfest.
Okay.
It's multiple days, but that's definitely something to look forward to.
That's a good one.
It's kind of a sign, too, that it's one of those big tentpole kind of things that happens every single year. And if you're looking for a good sign, the West Palm Beach Green Market is coming back on October 2nd.
Oh.
So it's just a couple Saturdays away. So if you look at that for cooler, better weather.
Is that kind of green, Denny's?
Yeah. Different
Although
thing.
it should be.
The green
Yeah.
market would do very well if it was a different type of
Can you
What a
imagine?
great place to sell edibles.
It would be a great thing. And Rachel Lee said carnival season. That is my favorite.
Carnival, as in let's walk some.
Carnival. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple of different carnivals. So there's a carnival like in Rio,
Yeah.
Carnival, and then there's carnival season in Louisiana. And
Yeah, and
there's-
where I'm from, there's carny season, which isn't as glamorous.
Yeah, I've been to a few carnivals in my time, and
Yeah.
they weren't the good
there's-
kind.
not all carnivals are created alike.
I've had some different kind of experiences at the carnivals
Yes.
I've gone to.
They're not all the same.
October 3rd is Mean Girls Day because that's the day that the hot guy in the movie asked Lindsay Lohan's character what day it was, and she's like, October 3rd.
Oh, really?
It's the perfect day.
Okay.
It's the second time I've heard that. I heard during a commercial break too. It's like, oh my
Okay.
gosh,
She couldn't
October
wait.
3rd.
Mean Girls
I had to
Day.
hear the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, at least this was quicker than it
Okay.
was in commercial.
And furthermore,
Got a few celebrity birthdays here today. The dude who played Draco Malfoy in the Harry Potter movies, Tom Felton. He is turning 34 years old today. And Bonnie Hunt, who's been in like Jerry Maguire and I think it was Parenthood. A lot of other things she's been in.
Didn't she? Was that the show she was on? Parenthood?
She was
she
in the
wasn't in the
movie
mo-
with Steve Martin, wasn't she?
No, I don't think so.
wasn't?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
All right. Well, she's 60 today. Bonnie Hunt is.
Didn't they give her a show?
Yeah, she had a Bonnie Hunt
she
show.
did.
Yeah.
She definitely
Yeah.
had her own show.
Which I thought was odd that she got a show. No?
No, I don't know. I mean, it was the 80s.
Was it the
They were handing those out a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody wanted a show, got a show.
She was popular back then.
Oh, look, I'm not trying to start a war here.
Yeah. Yeah, she's done a lot of work. She's been very busy. Also got to give a happy birthday to Sister Kristen. Happy birthday from your Sister Bree.
Sister Christian?
Sister Christian, all the time has come. I'm sure you never get that.
No, never.
We're so
But
annoying.
I feel like they wrote that because they wanted a taste. They wanted a piece of that.
Sister.
Also, you got happy birthday, Mommy Faith. We love you to Legoland and back from your daughters, Mila and Everly. Also, Anne Marie. Hope you have an awesome birthday. You're an amazing wife, mom, teacher, and coach. We love you. Michael, Nino, Gianna, and Gabriella. Michael sent that in. Happy birthday to everybody. Want a birthday on the KVJ Show? Send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com. The Bonnie Hunt movie I was thinking about was Cheaper by the Dozen.
Boom.
That's what I was
There
thinking
you go.
about.
And then I think
Cheaper by the Dozen.
was Steve Martin in that too?
That was, yeah.
Her brother Mike was also in it.
I mean, this is your partner over here, Kevin.
I know.
Being all vulgar.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Going for the dirty jokes today.
Right as the kids are going to
Yeah.
school.
Low bar.
Yeah. I'd say if you've never done it, just sitting and talking to random people can really be eye-opening. You never know who you just might meet and might talk to. That's why I like just kind of going to a bar and finding people and just striking up conversations.
Hanging out.
Yeah.
If you've never gone to a bar by yourself, it is kind of fun. It's a little bit scary for a female, but the times that I've done it, I have met so many fascinating people, and some of those people I developed like friendships and relationships with just from going to a bar by myself.
I lead the league in weird encounters with strangers.
You
Yeah.
do.
I do. I really do. I get it from my dad, I think. The same thing happens to him. It just, weird people walk up to him and will just say things. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
Well, they see themselves in you because
Yeah.
they're like, oh, kindred spirit.
Game recognizes game. Is that what they
I
say?
think they do say that.
Weird
Yeah.
recognizes weird.
You're right.
Yeah. Is there one that has stood out as maybe the most interesting stranger you've ever met?
There's two, and they both happened in Jupiter.
Okay.
One was, and I apologize, I've told these stories before, but these are my answers. There was I was doing Frisbee at Diaper Beach. What's it called? Carlin Park. Not Carlin Park.
Du Bois.
Du Bois Park, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was trying to show off. I was probably like 9, 10 years old, showing off in front of these girls playing Frisbee, and I sliced my foot on this big old rock, and nobody of my family was around other than my brother. So my brother ran to go get my dad. So I'm just sitting there by myself, blood pouring out of my foot. I'm crying, and this cowboy guy out of the blue walks up and goes, "Boy, don't you cry." I said, "Don't you cry, boy." He just looked at me, and I stopped crying immediately. And I looked to find where my brother was at, and then when I looked back, the cowboy was gone. It was weird.
That
Who
is weird.
yells at children not to cry while they're
Right.
bleeding out?
I was crying and bleeding, and he got in my crap, and he's like, "Don't you cry." I said, "Don't you cry, boy." And it startled me so much, I stopped crying.
Simmer
It worked.
down, cowboy. Let the kid cry.
Cowboys don't cry.
He's bleeding.
I need stitches, cowboy.
Okay, so that's a big one. Is that the top one, would you say, the most interesting?
I feel like I talked too long anyway about the cowboy stories.
No, I wanna hear the other
I will
one.
tell you the second story.
Okay.
Tell us.
No, it's not that good.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
It's not that good. Come on, the cowboy story.
Don't you cry, boy. I would say I've had several. A lot of them are just kind of like talking to random people at a bar. I remember one time I was at Okeechobee Steakhouse at the bar there, and there's this guy. He used to work at Pratt Whitney, and he started kind of breaking down all the secret stuff that they've done at Pratt Whitney.
Wow.
And had some really fascinating stories. I never realized it was so top secret, and they did so much government stuff in there.
So my dad and mom's first date was at Okeechobee Steakhouse, and my dad worked at Pratt. You
I
sure
know.
it was my dad?
It was not your dad. I
Were
know
you
what your dad
sitting
looks
getting
like.
secrets from the juicy daddy?
No, I definitely know Randy. Wasn't him, but it was kind of interesting. And then I remember one time I was just at the Hog's Breast Saloon in Key West. And I went up sitting down to the guy whose wife is the whole entertainment director for the Wide World of Sports for Disney, ESPN's in Orlando. And I'd had that question, how much money do they make? And he started breaking down how much money they made. And it was just like
Sick.
it was mind-boggling to me, but I, oddly enough, had always had that question because we had done softball tournaments there forever. My wife and I are like, how much money are they making today? Knowing how much we paid to get in, concessions, and we were just adding it up. And that guy sat down and gave me all the answers.
Wow.
And I was like, how cool is that? And it was actually
cool.
more than I thought. It's crazy how much money they make.
Guys, I'm going through all the weird encounters. There's a lot.
Sure.
There
yeah.
is. There was one time I was in a department store, and this woman said I reminded her of her son and was crying because he had died in an accident, and it was bizarre. Never. It was weird. And she was in the middle of the store crying.
Yeah.
That stays with you.
That
When
does.
When you're just there to pick up a shirt,
That rocks your Tuesday.
Yeah.
that rocks your world.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to get. I would say the most interesting places to meet strangers, either at a bar or Walmart. One of the two. Oh, imagine if Walmart had a bar.
40% of my stories are
Can you
from
imagine what the
Walmart.
Walmart bar would look
The
like?
Walmart bar would
Oh
be
my
such
gosh.
an odd place.
Oh, what a terrible idea for Walmart. Could you imagine if those people were drunk in those Walmarts?
It would be the worst decision this country
Worst?
has ever made.
Yes, it'd be the worst corporate decision any American company has ever made.
I love it.
Hey, let's put it in a bar.
At Walmart.
What could go wrong?
Why they're doing it at Whole Foods? Why not do it at
A
Walmart?
little bit different clientele. Remember on Clematis that time we met that homeless guy, Doc? Who sadly
Yeah,
has
yeah.
since passed away.
He used to be a caricature artist, right?
Yeah, and we kind of adopted him.
Yeah.
We took him backstage to, was it NSYNC?
Yeah, NSYNC. Yeah, he did the interview with NSYNC for us.
We wrote out all these questions for him to ask, like, "Hey guys, you got any change?" And he asked him, and NSYNC was so confused.
Yeah, I can see why.
They were like,
Yeah.
"What's going on?"
Most interesting stranger you've ever met. Posted this up on our Facebook page, and there's a couple interesting answers. Somebody said, I was on a plane in December of 2019, and I was sitting next to a guy from the National Institutes of Health who was telling me about a virus that had escaped from a lab in China.
Whoa.
What?
I mean, if you could really like pin that guy down and get that story again, that is a massive story.
At 019.
That was December of 2019. The guy was saying that. Who was that guy?
Oh my gosh.
That was the beginning.
That was when it
That's when it
happened.
Yeah.
started.
I was like, whoa, that kind of like blew my mind. Somebody else said, yes, I met a Creed guitar tech on a plane ride coming home, and he arranged backstage meet and greet at the amphitheater. My kids, all underage, met the band while they were drinking and toking.
The kids or the band?
That's a good question.
yes.
Just kidding.
Does the guitar tech sound rock? There's two.
It probably does. Would you like to meet Creed?
Can I tune your guitar?
You sound a little out of tune.
Weekend, is he ripping off music or what's going on? Somebody's accusing him of stealing his 2018 track, Call Out My Name, from a 2017 song called Vibe King. The duo that put Vibe King together apparently sent the song to PNDA Panda, I guess, one of the Weeknd's engineers, with the hope that he would hear the song and pass it on to the Weeknd. And apparently the Weeknd heard the song and said, yo, that's fire. And despite all that, the Vibe King writers didn't receive a license agreement, and then all of a sudden they heard the song Call Out My Name. They said, hey, that's our song. That ain't cool.
Dang.
The Panda was shady.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. He said, oh, I just want to tell the Weeknd that we wrote it. And they're like, no, I don't really like that. I want to make some money. And so, yeah, apparently maybe it might be on Panda, but we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, that's kind of the way it goes, right?
I'm sure those guys get that a lot, though. Mm-hmm. You know, a lot of songs sound alike, and a lot of artists that are trying to have their come up are like, wait a minute.
Yeah, so, I mean, if you have your one shot and the Weeknd covers one of your songs, and let's say it did become a big hit, you'd be like, hey, I may not have many more chances at this.
Exactly.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, you're going to probably have a few more hits, Weeknd. I need everything I can get.
I'm working on the weekend. Can I please have this song?
I'm working all weekend.
Yes. Talking about the most interesting stranger you've ever met. And, you know, we are in a place now where nobody wants to talk to strangers. Everybody's weirded out by it.
I love talking to them.
I do, too. That's why, to me, you can size somebody up, and I'm like, okay, are they okay for me to talk to? I don't know.
What would you call somebody that makes your sub a stranger?
Yeah, it's somebody, to me, a stranger is just somebody that you don't know.
I had the best moment. I'm telling you, I don't know what it is with subs and the people that are making them, but I'm having great experiences, moments with people making subs. Kind, sweet, really cool human moments.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like sweetness with my subs. It's very nice.
Well, I think that's a great place to talk to a stranger. There's just a certain level of some kind of safety and security. Yesterday, I saw a guy screaming at the sky while I was walking into a racetrack, and he's pushing a hand cart and beating himself in the face. I decided he wasn't the stranger I probably should talk to. So it just kind of depends upon, you know, what you're looking at.
Definitely a different feel than the sub experience I had.
Right, exactly. So choose your strangers wisely, but when you find somebody, like, okay, have a conversation. Somebody said that met a strange man at a walk-in clinic who lived during the Holocaust, and he was telling me stories about the tally marks tattooed on his arm.
Oh, wow.
He said it was the number of days he remembered being there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you get somebody like that that's got an unbelievable life story, it can change your own life. It's pretty crazy.
That's why sometimes I really like talking to people who've been in the Marines or the Army that's been in war. I find it really
you learn a lot about life.
I do, but I never want to be disrespectful and ask certain, the wrong, if they've been in and seen the stuff, as they say. I want to know those stories because I have questions about just what was it like and how did you do? But is that an offensive question to ask to somebody? I always like to.
I think you got to tread lightly getting into it. Some of them don't ever like to talk about it. I've had people that I know that served in different wars, and they just will not talk about it at all.
I would never bring it up, but if someone opens up the door and starts to talk about it, that's when I started asking a question.
Yeah, lean in and listen, definitely.
And if you're a single girl and you're looking to like meet dudes, like going to a high-end bar for happy hour and sitting there by yourself and looking cute is a really smart way to do it. Also, going to Home Depot by yourself and looking cute is a really good way to do it.
You go to a fancy bar by yourself looking all, fancy, they're going to think you're a hooker.
Well, that's fine.
Okay. I bet you could have a few interesting conversations with hookers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, somebody else texted and said, most interesting stranger that I ever met, I was at a bar in Georgia, and this guy was talking to my friends. He looks at me and says, man, you really remind me of my dad. And after talking to this guy for a while, I found out that he's actually my uncle. My grandpa that I'd never met had 2 kids we didn't know about.
Wow.
Can you imagine running into that guy and he's like going, you look a lot like my dad.
You don't think the universe is telling you something?
That's like Ancestry.com in person.
Or is that just straight up coincidence right there? Or is there something working?
Pretty odd, right?
It is odd.
Wow.
That is very odd. Coming up in just a couple of minutes, we got a one-note Name That Tune. How fast can you identify songs, and can you get them right, which is basically 1 second of a song? And also, Jaber going for a world record Wednesday, setting the mark for eating the most Fudgesicles in 3 minutes.
Unfortunately, we don't have the Fudgesicles. We have the Fudge bars. My dad I'm not throwing him under the bus. That's not what I'm doing here. I'm not.
So we're changing it a little bit.
Well,
Don't you speak
Fudge
ill
bars.
of the Juicy Daddy.
The good news is we're setting this record.
Okay.
So it can be whatever we want.
It can be whatever you want.
It can be a fudge bar. These are just bigger. They're thicker. So we just got to change our numbers and our perspective on how we grade this thing.
These aren't Fudgicles. These are Fudgicals.
They're fudge bars.
Fudge bar. What's the difference between a fudge sickle and a fudge bar?
It's just bigger. It's bigger. It's bigger, baby.
Of course, the Juicy Daddy goes big.
Well, when it comes to my fudge bars, I am a size queen.
Yeah, you like the fudge big.
I like the big one.
Get it, girl.
No, he kind of messed up, but I think we'll make it work, right?
That was nice of him to go.
Oh, of course it was. Of course. Don't make me feel guilty about my own dad.
Be nice to the Juicy
Get
Daddy.
out of here.
Hey, if nothing else, we sit here and watch you eat fudge.
That's Radio gold.
Yes. Can't wait for that. Okay, World Record Wednesday. Jaybird is looking to set a mark here today. We got on the kick of fudge sickles yesterday, and he's like, hey, what if I set a mark instead of trying to break a mark? I said, yeah, go for it, man. Fudge sickles is what we were talking about. Today he's got some fudge bars over there. You got 2 boxes of 12, so 24 is what you can knock down. 3 minutes we're going to put on the clock here.
Now, this is the big dog, the Juicy Daddy. My dad, Randy, got him. Mm-hmm. And I apologize. I don't know if you heard, Virginia really jumped to my dad's defense on the air when I said my dad got the wrong kind.
Your dad does nothing wrong.
I mean, it's like they're dating.
Don't you speak ill of the Juicy Daddy. That's my man.
How does Panda feel about your your weird obsession with my dad?
He knows I'm all talk.
All right. I don't know.
Okay, so it's 3 minutes. How many you can knock down in that time? You've even got a standard brand that people can go out if they want to try to beat your mark, whatever it is you wind up setting here.
This is the Cadillac of fudge bars. I mean,
Yeah.
the Juicy Daddy went big. Of course, he did the best for his son, and that is the Bluebell fudge bar.
Yeah.
It tastes the best. It's probably the most expensive, but, I mean, Juicy Daddy's about quality.
It's good stuff. Those things look great.
They do. I wish I could taste, man.
You still can't taste.
No, I'm going to get nothing but the headache and the tummy ache.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a twofold. To go through the fudge bars, yeah, you're going to have to deal with cold, so vessel constriction and brain freeze, and then just clunking down a lot of fudge.
Fat Kevin, that was my biggest concern with this challenge is the BF.
Brain freeze.
The brain freeze.
Yeah.
Butt farts?
Oh, that's right.
That'd be mine.
I think that's going to happen, too.
If I ate that much dairy dessert, you better look out.
You have the butt farts.
Yeah.
Sit in the other room.
Yeah, she'd have fudge pants.
What is considered respectable? These are big. They're cold. 3 mins.
Yeah, I was thinking before standard, like smaller fudge sickle, like the Jello ones that they have, they're a little smaller. So I was thinking about 6 on that. I think if you do 5 in 3 minutes.
Yeah, this ain't no low budget pudding pop.
Yeah.
This is the real deal Bluebell big size fudge bar.
So if I eat 5... If I eat 5 in 3 minutes, I get the respect of this room.
Yeah,
I would, yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. Anybody want to say he's going to go over 5? Anybody feeling that? Anybody want to take that action here today? Anybody over 5? Suits, you're going to go over 5?
Wow,
Suits is going over 5?
look
Yeah.
at that.
Denny's going way over 5.
Oh, Denny thinks I can do 15.
It's a good thing Denny's doesn't gamble
Oh, yeah.
on your events.
He would lose it all on Jaybird.
And I like that. That's why I love that cat.
Okay, here we go. Are you ready, Bird?
I am.
3 minutes. We're going to put on the clock here. How many fudge bars can he eat in 3 minutes?
Push it.
I will.
Okay, on your mark, get set, and go. All right, the clock is starting. He's already put 1 whole bar in his mouth, and he's already working it down.
Okay.
They're a little bit melted, so they're just kind of gooing right off into his mouth. That probably helps a little bit. He's not having to bite through them or anything like that. And
He's
got
2 bars down, but he's got brain freeze,
yeah,
Kevin.
hit him hard. He's got 2 bars already down. He still has 2.5 minutes left on the clock.
Fight
So-
through it. Fight through it.
I would say at this point, I mean, unless it just stops. Oh, it's really starting. His eyes are watering, turning red. You can tell it's really hurting him now.
Come on, you can't freeze what you don't have. Eat.
Jeez.
Eat.
So insulting. He's on his 3rd bar right now. He's not going to stop to try to address that. Now it seems like it's hitting in his chest. He's clutching his heart like he's got heart freeze.
I had heart freeze.
Oh, could that
Are
be
we
a
going to
problem?
get in trouble if we kill him?
Oh my!
It's a
Can you
question
imagine if he dies eating fudge bars?
that he can't taste.
The headlines already, I can imagine, are going to be so embarrassing. All right, he's less than 2 minutes left here. 3 minutes is the mark.
He just killed another one.
Yeah, he's what?
Four. That's four.
Yeah.
4 fudge bars.
He's clearly going to crush the mark of 5 if he can recompose, but he's hurting here.
I think I only get 3, Virginia.
Okay, yeah.
What?
Virginia's not in charge of counting. Yeah.
Oh, I thought I saw a stick over there.
Okay, yeah,
Sorry.
3. Virginia should not be in charge of the official count here. Okay, Jaybird has really slowed. He's down to a stop at 1:30 left. You're halfway through the mark. 3 done. He's on his 4th fudge bar right now. Instead of cramming the whole thing in his mouth, he's now taking smaller bites, working his way around it. It's just kind of going off, but boy, it is really that brain freeze.
How am I sweating?
Yeah, it's working his way through it. Yeah, that is a great question. If we have any physicists in here, how can you sweat eating fudge bars? He spit
some
half
out,
of the
put
fudge
it
bar back into his hand.
Oh, boy.
Until the brain freeze is really getting to him. You're down to 1 minute left on the clock here.
Push it, Pennington.
On bar 4, this is really the challenge. This is what's got him the mark. Could he get to 5?
Don't stop.
What seemed like inevitable now seems like a great challenge. His heart is hurting. His brain is hurting. He's clutching everything he can.
Does the referee want to call it?
No.
He's trying to get through it. Should
we get the medic in
Mick
here?
throw in the towel?
Don't you dare call this thing.
Where's the medic?
Don't you dare call this thing.
Yeah. Okay, he's down to his final 30 seconds here on fudge bar number 5.
Oh, no.
Boy, keep in mind, he knocked down 2 fudge bars in about 15 seconds, and it is really slow here.
It's bar number 5. Come on.
He's down to 20 seconds on the clock.
20 seconds,
Can he get to
Bird?
this bar 5? That was the over-under. The bar is down. Now he's working on trying to swallow it down. It is down.
He did it.
Okay, he's at 10 seconds left. Is he going to try to tear into 6? He's got to work on the wrapper at 5, 4, clutching his chest, 3, 2, 1. Fudgical pain, and time is up. Okay, so
but you did it. You did 5.
he did do the 5, which is KVJ respectable. 5 fudge bars from Bluebell in just 3 minutes. Can anybody else take that on? That's impressive.
I just want to say, God bless America.
Yeah.
What an athlete.
All right, how you doing over there? What's hurting right now?
I feel good.
Okay, what hurts?
My heart hurts.
Your heart.
Yes.
Yeah, is it hurts worse than the head?
It just feels like someone parked an ice cream truck on top of my heart. And I ain't leaving.
Doesn't feel healthy.
Anytime soon, no. I feel like I got my ass kicked.
by Coach Bluebell.
Yes, this guy kicked my ass, man.
See, he lures you in with the delicious fudge bar, and then he kicks your ass.
Yeah. I can go throw up.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. All right. Another successful round there. Hubert setting his own impressive mark here for World Record Wednesday. All right. Got your makeup or breakups here. Send us an email, mail at kvjshow.com, and we'll try to let you know if you should stay in your relationship or you need to get out and bounce.
Run!
That's what he says to everyone.
Run!
No, that's not true. I've said some makeups on some of these scenarios before.
When? On what show?
Maybe I have. I don't know.
Got this email just this morning. It said, makeup or breakup when he gets me a vacuum anniversary present. My boyfriend and I have been together almost a year, and today he let me know that he is getting me a vacuum for our 1-year anniversary next week. WTF. My apartment is always cleaned to a T, and when I asked him about this, he said, although I'm very clean, I could use something better. When I argued against it, he said he would get me a dustbuster instead. Should I bail on this dude? For reference, I'm 33 and he is a 40-year-old male. Both live on our own, no kids, etc. No, I don't think you bail on him. I mean, I think he's trying to do something nice. I know there's that unspoken rule that you don't get appliances or something like that. You got to make it a fun present. But look, I'm a person that loves to be neat and tidy, and you're 33, he's 40. He just might be in that mindset where you get more practical in the gift giving.
I love a practical gift. I am all about it, but I'm also about a dude knowing his girl. And if she's coming to you saying she don't want a vacuum, don't get her a vacuum, you dolt.
Yeah, and he shouldn't. I mean, she said she doesn't want a vacuum, but it sounds like she's thinking about dumping him because for the 1-year anniversary, he was like, oh, I'm going to get you a vacuum. It's like, you don't know me.
I honestly don't think either one of them should be together. I think they don't have the right temperament for the trade. They're getting on each other's ass about this and that. I'd break up.
She needs to verbalize again, don't get me anything to clean my house with. I want a nice anniversary gift that's special. Think jewelry, clothes, gift card. Give me something fancy and fun.
It is always a good feeling, though, when you buy someone a present and then they start making you feel bad about it.
Yeah. I mean, it's, 1-year
Do
anniversary.
better. Do better, okay?
Oh, gosh. Thank God I'm not married to Virginia.
Somebody thinks maybe he's just tricking her. Maybe this is him trying to throw a front and he's going to do something fun. And,
That's true.
maybe
And then
he
you're complaining.
Right. And now you're complaining about it.
And now he's like, oh, maybe we won't go on that trip now.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I don't think it's worth a breakup, but,
I think people should be thankful when they get gifts.
yeah, I feel that way too. Make up or break up here. He moved a girl into our house. Says in his email, I've been in a long-distance relationship for almost a year. The plan is to move in together and get married. So in preparation, I've been putting time and money into upgrading what he now calls our house. Well, he recently told me that he invited a female friend to stay there for a, quote, fresh start. He made that decision without consulting me, even though it is our house. This girl is from out of town and has no car, so she's also dependent on him for rides. On top of it all, I believe they have a past. I told him that as long as she is there, I will not be. He can easily fix this by telling her no, but he won't. Is it over?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even close.
Why would he do this?
That's just terrible. I mean, if you're thinking about being with a guy, you're getting to the point you're talking about marriage and getting there. This guy doesn't have the mindset for a married man, and you need to let him know, be like, look, this is not something that married guys do. They don't just, let women come stay at their house and then drive them around everywhere, especially if you might have had a past together.
Oh, this is a slam dunk deal breaker.
Then when the woman you want to marry has an objection to it, says if she's there, I won't be there, and you're continuing to fight about this, then yes, I think it's a breakup.
Deal breaker.
Totally.
Yeah. This email said, make up or break up. My girlfriend ditched me at a party. I went to a party with my girlfriend. She ended up leaving me alone around people I've never met for most of the party. Then I found out that she was going to the bathroom with 2 guys she just met to smoke weed. These guys were clearly trying to hook up with her, which made things even worse. I told her that what she did is disrespectful. She told me that I'm being too uptight. She thinks it was just a little weed that she smoked and that I'm making a big deal out of nothing. We've been together for 2 months, and I'm wondering if this moment proves that we don't belong together.
I don't like the optics of 1 girl and 2 guys going into the restroom. I don't care what it's for. I don't care if they're leprechauns and they're walking in there to show you their pot of gold and give it to you. It's just not a good look for a girl in a relationship. Now, if you would have gone off with a group, and there would have been other girls there and guys, and maybe you wouldn't have gone in the bathroom and closed the door.
Well, guys know too when other guys are trying to hook up with your your mate. They just know. You can sense when that's going on. I'm with the witch on this one. You don't leave your partner out at a party where they don't know somebody. You don't go smoke weed with 2 people, dudes that are trying to hook up with you.
Yeah.
Not in the bathroom, not with the closed door. The optics don't look good.
Well, imagine if it was a guy going in the bathroom with 2 girls and smoking weed, and he left the girl out there at the party.
His girlfriend would break down the door and stab him.
Off with his head, they say.
There's a lack of respect in your relationship, and if you don't have that, you don't have a relationship. The fact that you're trying to set boundaries to let her know that, hey, I don't like this, I wouldn't want you to ever do this again, and she's fighting back on you, meaning she won't let you set those boundaries. If you guys can't agree on what boundaries are in a relationship, you don't have a relationship, so get out.
I have a feeling one of the guys that was smoking weed trying to get with her, his name was Travis. I just got a feeling.
You got that feeling?
His name's Travis.
Yeah.
Travis.
Carrie had sent in this voice message through the WRMF app for a makeup or breakup.
I've been with my boyfriend for about 6 months, and while things have been really actually great, he sat me down over the weekend and he told me something, and it has me completely torn up on what to do. Before I knew him, he had battled with cancer, which he had told me about. on our first date, actually. But he's been cancer-free for about 2 years now. So over the weekend, he told me that the cancer was back and that he would be undergoing a pretty intense treatment for it in order to have a chance. So here's where it gets pretty tough. I really don't know if I'm at a place in our relationship where I feel like I'd be emotionally equipped to be there for him. And I know that sounds absolutely horrible, but it's just a lot, you know. And honestly, if we were living together or even married or been dating for several years, obviously I'd be right there for him. But we're very new to this, and it's really heavy. It's a lot. And maybe I'm just being selfish, and if so, I guess so be it. This is just where I am. He's really special to me, and I've enjoyed our time together, but I really don't know if this chapter is meant for us. So any thoughts would be greatly appreciated.
Okay. Yeah, I would imagine that it would be tough to do that, but I imagine it'd be tougher to be going through what he's going through. It'd be nice to have somebody that you would think would be your ride or die partner that would be there to fight the battle with you.
I'm not sure we found that one with her, Kevin.
No, it doesn't sound like she wants to be that, and it's not in your heart, honey. I don't think very highly of you.
It's she doesn't want to do it. She's calling in or texting in or whatever we're doing with that voice thing. She's saying that she's trying to get people to go, no, it's going to be okay. You know, you're fine. You're not a bad person for this. And this is one of those things. Everyone's going to handle this situation different.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, you would root for Carrie to muster up the strength to be supportive for her boyfriend because he's going to need that support group around him, and who better than your girlfriend?
I mean, my question is, was she thinking about breaking up with him, or is she just not staying with him because he has cancer?
I think she's thinking that she doesn't have the strength or whatever it might be to be that support system, that emotionally she's not strong enough. And it sounds like she's looking for someone to give her an out, saying, I get you, that's fine. And maybe to absolve her a bit of the guilt that she has about thinking of leaving somebody that has had a relapse with their cancer diagnosis.
Everyone always wants you to be honest and truthful on how you feel. And that's how she feels. She's being truthful about that.
Is.
And she's getting skewered pretty good.
I think you could feel that way. You could be like, this is going to be a challenge. And you'd be like going, okay, this is tough. But I can't imagine that faced with that your first thought would be to flee somebody that you've been with a good 6 months at least. You know, you would think there would be some kind of love and affection. And you'd be like going, look, yeah, I want to be there to fight with you. I want to help you out. Even as a friend, you would want to be that.
That's what I was. If you're not there as a romantic partner, which is, look, okay, you don't have to stay with somebody romantically because someone has a disease. I don't think that person would want you to stay in their life just because of that reason. But you don't have to ghost them, and you can still be a friend and help them and be in their corner.
Yeah.
And I mean, a lot of the parts of a romance aren't going to be feasible if he's battling cancer and doing chemo and radiation. He's not going to be going on dates with you. You guys aren't going to be, like, I don't know, as maybe sexually active. You are kind of going to be a friend, but I don't know if I'd be able to turn my back on somebody going through that.
I think if you turn your back, I think that's something you got to examine. That's you're going to struggle with. I don't think you should feel guilty about not being in a romantic relationship with somebody. And no matter what the situation is, if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. But you don't leave somebody down and out without a support system either.
Right.
If you care about them.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you, at least right now and in the face of it, you are there and you try to battle on and be there with them. I think that's ultimately what you would like to see. But look, I mean, if I had a cancer diagnosis that came back and the person was begrudgingly going through it and they were hating every moment of it,
I would never want them to stay with me.
I wouldn't want them to stay with me.
Keep in mind, too, this is 6 months in. This is very new.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's interesting. I mean, you're talking about real feelings.
I'm not saying leave the person alone and leave them out. I'm just saying you can't expect someone to stay romantic with somebody if they're not feeling it. I mean, every situation, you'd have to call everybody out in every situation where they're not feeling romantic. Is everybody wrong?
I went through this. Remember that guy I was dating? And then he pretended to have cancer.
Yeah.
And then I found out he was lying about having cancer. But like, the relationship was never that like real. It was never boyfriend, girlfriend. We were just kind of casually dating, and I was just new to town, and it was very bizarre because I found out afterwards he was lying the whole time about having cancer.
The hashtag be cool, the spiritual thing to do is to have the guy's back. And not, like you're saying, not leave him.
Don't leave him high and dry. But your romance is going to change. And he's probably going to need you more as a friend than a lover as he's battling cancer. So look at it like that, but don't leave the guy high and dry.
Yeah, I would think that would be a tough way to be. We do have texts that are all over the place on this. Somebody texted and said, listen, it's not her responsibility to stand by him. My husband has had cancer for 4.5 years, and it's miserable for him and for me and my kids dealing with him. It is not going to be easy. I think she's recognizing the challenge that is ahead of her, but it does feel heartless. One person said she is heartless. Part of a relationship is good and bad, and if she's not in it through the tough times, she is selfish, and he's better off without her, even as a friend. Hope she never has something as hard as cancer and needs a support system.
That's the thing. You throw out karmic energy in the world, and if you're going to walk away from somebody who's battling cancer when they obviously need you, you better hope you don't need people down the line.
I hear what you're saying. I wish karma worked that way, but it doesn't. Yeah. I wish it did, V. I wish it did.
I don't know. I don't want to take a chance. I want to be there for people because, God forbid, you ever go through something like that. You want to know that you have people that are going to be in your corner.
But again, everyone's always so easy. And I'm not talking about you. I'm just, like you're saying, Kev, there's so many opinions. It's so easy to not be involved in a situation and just rattle off your opinion.
Right. When you're not faced with...
Look, she's being honest about a very tough situation, and she's going through and she's asking the questions, and what should I do?
She doesn't know if she has the strength to go through a long cancer battle with him, because this is the second time it's come back.
Well, this is why people are afraid to bring stuff up, because they're going to get crucified. But everyone always wants you to be honest about something, and then when you are honest, you get crucified.
Yeah, and she's being honest, and she's doing some soul searching, and I think at least she's thinking it through, because she's going to have to say, do I have the fight in me to be there for him the way that I need to be? And am I doing him a disservice if I know emotionally I can't put up this fight?
Yeah, I mean,
do I need to just step out of the way?
You nailed it earlier when if I knew I had a disease and the person with me hated being around, it was struggling I don't want you anywhere near me. That would make me feel worse.
Right, it would.
I would want you to be honest with me.
I would rather focus on my cancer and go right after it and attack it. I don't want to have to think about you on the side dealing with it. So, any other thoughts on that? That is a tough thing to do, and I know that a lot of people are probably giving you a hard time for just even verbalizing your true thoughts, Carrie.
Well, that's what happens when you bring it to the radio.
Yes. People will have opinions, but a lot of people do agree that if you don't think you can be there, it's probably best for you to step out, as tough as that might be. Any other thoughts? 877-979-WRMF. You can always get a hold of us and send us your emails, mail@kvjshow.com. Got a Battle of the Generations going to be coming up here in just a bit. Going to be pitting the millennials up against the Gen Xers today. I believe they're tied at 9 wins apiece now. Millennial and Gen X.
Yeah. Old people are starting to kind of get with it.
Yeah, Gen Z has got 14, so they still lead both by 5. So one of you can pop into second place today. For the millennials, we need somebody between the ages of 26 and 39 to represent your generation, if you know a good bit about pop culture trivia. And for Gen X, we want ages 40 to 55. If this is you, rep your generation and call us 877-979-WRMF right now. Time for another Battle of the Generations. We got the millennials going up against Gen X here today. Both of the generations are tied here today with 9 wins apiece.
Ooh, a little Miho versus Miho.
Yeah, so one of you is going to slide into second place behind those Gen Z that's winning the whole thing.
Sorry, Denny's, but...
Get back there.
I don't know. I think those fudge bars made our boy lose a step.
It did. I'm quite sleepy.
During commercial, he's still bitching about the after effects of the fudge bar.
I'm sleepy and cold.
Shivering.
He got worked over by frozen dessert.
Okay, for our millennials here today, we got Ashley from Boynton Beach. Hello, Ashley.
Hi, guys. Good morning.
Good morning. And for Gen X, it is Marco from Fort Lauderdale. Hello, Marco.
What's up? What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, Marco.
Okay.
What was that?
Now, you've got partners here for the millennials. It is our own millennial Denny's. It's going to be stepping in, partnering up with Ashley. And for Gen X, with Marco, it's going to be Jaybird repping your generation.
Yeah.
So we got some pop culture trivia questions, typically out of your generation range. So we'll see just how broad your knowledge is.
I'll be the Polo to your Marco, brother.
That wasn't that funny.
That's the first I ever heard that.
Uh-huh. First time he's ever heard that. Okay, we're going to start off with our millennials here and Ashley here today. Ashley, your first question. The Cosby Show featured which TV family?
The Huxtables.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a little trick. The Cosby Show had the Huxtables.
It's back on TV. I saw they were running the episode. I know they had taken it off after the whole Cosby scandal, but it's back.
Okay.
They're running reruns again.
He's back.
You're right.
He's out. He's free.
Mm-hmm.
Who'd have thunk it?
Okay. That is a 2-point answer there. So millennials jump up 2-zip here on Gen X. Go to Marco in Fort Lauderdale. Your first question, Marco. What product did Apple introduce for the first time in 2001? You got 3 seconds to answer.
The iPod.
At the buzzer, we're going to count it.
Oh.
Yes.
Nice, Marco. I like it. I like your style.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Keeping the heat on here. All right, 2 apiece. Back to the millennials. Okay, your question, Ashley. Who was the first member of the Beatles to die?
John Lennon.
That's true. 1980. Okay, she's on it. It's 4-2 now. Millennials in the lead. See if Gen X can keep pace here. Our next question, Marco. This social media video platform had only a 4-year run that ended in 2017.
Vines.
Yep.
This guy. Marco, don't play.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marco.
Gosh, everybody's
I
just...
know, they're all on points.
Ashley and Marco are just acing it. Denny's and Jaybird are just along for the ride right now.
We're just here for
I'm
it.
enjoying hearing Marco talk.
Okay, here you go. Ashley, your next question here in Battle of the Generations. In what city did Ferris Bueller's Day Off take place?
Chicago.
Yeah.
He's the Sausage King of Chicago.
I knew you wanted to talk about that.
I love it.
Can't shake this crew here today.
Wow, they're good.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're good, but you're about to see great from Marco right here.
Okay. Let's see what
Oh
he's...
man, don't jinx it.
No pressure, Marco.
Okay, Marco, your question. This movie, based on an app game, grossed $352 million in 2016 and featured the voices of Jason Sudeikis, Danny McBride, Maya Rudolph, Sean Penn, Keegan-Michael Key, Bill Hader, and Peter Dinklage.
The Emoji Movie.
What?
He said Emoji Movie?
Emoji Movie. That was not it. Jaybird, to save a point, what is the movie?
Fortnite.
Oh, what a disappointment.
Wait, movie? Bird. Oh, what happened?
Well, I mean, it's based off a game, a mobile.
Okay, all right. Popsicles. Fudgicles. What? I got
He's
too
been,
much
he's been
fudge.
fudged.
I've been fudged over
He got
hard.
fudged.
Well, you just fudged your answer.
I am not myself.
Wow. The Angry Birds movie.
Quack, quack.
is what we're looking for.
Fair enough. I'm angry now that I missed that.
Okay. All right. Let's see if Ashley can put it away here.
Finish them, Ashley.
Yes. Battle the Generations. Ashley, what notable South Floridian founded Blockbuster Video in the 1980s?
Oh man, I have no clue.
Is it Wayne Huizinga?
That is correct, Denny.
You knew Denny's would know. He worked for the company.
That's right.
Dang.
I rep
Okay.
them.
All right. Let's see here. Man, oh man, I think that's probably going to do it, but I'll throw one more here at Marco.
Get a little weird today, Ralston. Throw that 3-point one out there.
Okay.
The 3-point question.
Marco, what current cast member of Dancing with the Stars is credited with selling over 80 million bows?
Mel C.
No. Jay-Bird?
JoJo Watusi. I don't know. It's JoJo.
JoJo C. Watusi.
I don't know. I like kids. I don't
JoJo
want
Siwa is who we're
Tuzi.
looking for. We can't accept JoJo Watusi.
I
Unfortunately,
mean,
that's not going to do it.
partial credit.
And the millennials are going to take the win today in Battle of the Generations. Very nice.
Nice.
Well played, Ashley.
Yeah.
Tough competitor. And Marco, you put up a good fight. Thanks so much, bud.
Thank you.
Awesome job, Denny.
You guys have a good one.
Good
You
job,
too.
Ashley.
Good job.
Yeah.
Everybody did a great
It
job.
was fun. It was great
There's
fun.
no losers here.
Very nice, JoJo Watusi. Well, just a second ago, we had the millennials winning the Battle of the Generations, but who wins the battle for the worst tippers amongst the generations? They say that if you look at the tippers, the millennials are the worst. They asked, okay, well, how much do you tip, and do you believe what America does, that the standard rate should be between 16 and 20%? 55% of baby boomers agree that that is the tip range. 46% of Generation X, and only 38% of millennials agree with that. In fact, a majority of millennials, 55%, believe the standard gratuity is less than 16%.
Really?
What the heck, millennials?
They'd rather just go online and get a GoFundMe page going. Just give me money.
Wow, yeah. That's odd that the millennials are not so into tipping.
You'll hear from millennials, I tip great.
Yeah, it's not going to be everybody.
Of course not.
But now, if you can't go out and afford to tip a nice tip,
Yeah.
maybe don't go out, because these people just went through COVID and a lot of their restaurants were shut down. A lot of them were out of work for months and months. And so, if anything, you should be tipping 20 or more %.
I'm with the witch on that. There's nothing more. It's such a turnoff when I see somebody really fighting about tips that's under a 20% kind of a mark, like 9%. No, I'm only doing 8%. It's kind of weird to me. If you're gonna bitch and it's gonna be that much of a struggle, which is point, don't go out to eat then.
Don't go out to eat as much, Maybe if you can only go out and afford to tip well twice a month instead of 3 times a month, skip that 3rd time and then do it right the 2 times that you do go.
Does anybody know if does Uber Eats and Lyft drivers? I'm talking about the ones that do the food stuff. Do they get an hourly wage on top of the tips they get? I know you probably don't know.
I don't know that. I don't know the answer to that. I would say probably.
Probably, right? But I know.
And then they keep all the tip.
But I know servers, they get a very low
I think
hourly.
Uber gets per mile.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, there you go. Millennials, great at pop culture trivia, not so good at tipping. Just now you know.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Well, those Karen videos, they're still out there. They're still popping up. This one, a mom on Long Island posted a TikTok video of a fellow restaurant patron who confronted her telling her that the place she was is not the place for her to take her autistic toddlers for dinner.
Oh, my.
Yes.
You got some balls to tell an autistic parent that. I mean, get the hell out of here.
And, of course, she whipped out her phone and made a video. Here's some of that audio.
An autistic child at the table.
I'm sorry.
This is not the place. This is, okay. Taking a picture of me? I'm taking a video, yes, ma'am. You're wrong. I'm wrong for taking children. Children are
So Karen is the one that whipped out her phone?
No, it's the mom whipped out her phone because she was confronted by this woman who said this is not the place to have your children. You should be taking them to Chuck E. Cheese. And then this woman demanded that the restaurant comp her meal because the kids were ruining her experience.
Oh, my gosh.
She sounds like a lot of fun, this lady.
She threw a tantrum and then just walked out of the diner without even paying. So
It's a diner? She's acting like it's Morton's.
Yeah, I mean, when you go to a diner, there's certain things you...
Right.
Oh, my gosh. I wish I would have been there for that. I would have unleashed on that lady.
Well, just when you go out in public, don't be surprised if, things don't go your way. It's okay.
We'll have sympathy for people dealing with their children who are acting up.
Absolutely.
Kids on the spectrum, off the spectrum, they act up in public. That's what kids do. And instead of persecuting this mom for trying to bring her kids out and get them used to eating out, you're attacking her?
Well, the fact that this woman wanted her meal comped tells me everything I need to know about this lady.
Oh, I would have sliced and diced this bitch up so quick.
If it wasn't for that child being there would have been something else that got up her butt.
Yeah, she's just looking for something. Well, I got to say confidently that McDonald's of today is not the one that I grew up with. They've made many changes. They're a little bit more adult now, and I guess they're also a little bit better for the environment, but they're about to make a new change that would have saddened a young fat Kevin. McDonald's has announced that they're going to be phasing out plastic toys and their Happy Meals. Now, they sell more than 1 billion toys each year in those Happy Meals.
Do they have meetings where they go, all the cool stuff we were doing, let's not do it anymore?
Well, this is a change that they're making to get rid of the unrecycled virgin plastic, and they're, as a company, aiming to reduce their use by 90%.
Oh, so I'm the jerk because I wanted plastic in my Happy Meal.
Yeah,
Okay,
you hate
gotcha.
the environment, and you're such a Republican, and all of that. I don't know.
They're also planning to recycle the old plastic toys to make new restaurant trays so that it doesn't go to waste.
I think, too, I mean, this is going to have a benefit for them. It's probably going to be a good cost-cutting measure, right?
Well, hey, look, if they can come up with toys that are not plastic that are still fun and awesome, then, hey, it's all great. Now, the question is, can you do that? They're working on developing things like three-dimensional cardboard superheroes.
Oh, so paper toys.
Paper toys or board games with plant-based pieces.
Okay.
So you could have like a macaroni game or something. Maybe.
Oh, macaroni.
Yeah.
You don't eat it.
I don't know. We'll see how they do with this. The new toys are going to begin rolling out in January. So the Happy Meal toys that you grew up with are going to be gone and replaced with Paper Man.
Paper toys. They've been doing some little mini Beanie Babies.
Okay, because I thought you were about to try to act like paper toys were going to be cool.
No,
okay,
paper
good.
toys are not going to be cool. But I love the little mini Beanie Babies they've been doing.
Okay.
They're adorable.
You love dolls, huh?
I do love dolls.
You do?
I do.
Well, here is a doll that maybe you would have loved then. There is a new homeowner in the UK that discovered an old rag doll behind a wall when they're trying to do some refurbishments.
Ooh, I bet it's creepy and haunted.
The doll also had a note with it. The doll introduced itself as Emily the doll. And the note said that I have killed the original owners, and it ended with, I hope you have knives, sleep well.
That's an awesome doll. It's pretty, I would have bought that.
Yeah, they think it was just planted there as a joke years ago behind a wall, but it is
awesome.
I
a
would have bought
little
that
odd.
at a hot Texas minute. I would have bought that thing.
Oh, that's amazing to go. You're doing construction, you go behind a wall and find that. That's the best practical joke ever.
I would pay money for that thing with the note. I would love that. Why is it all Raggedy Dolls always missing an eye every time I see one?
It makes them creepier.
Yeah, every Raggedy Doll I've seen Missing an eyeball.
I love going to pawn shops. I go to pawn shops just for fun. And I went to one up in Hobe Sound the other day, and this guy had all these dolls, like the creepy ones with the ceramic face but the plush body, but they like stood up on these stands, and he was selling the whole lot of them for like $10. I almost bought them for Halloween decorations.
I had an aunt up in Pennsylvania who would make her own dolls, and
oh my gosh,
she found out we were calling them horrifying. She don't like us too much. She takes pride in her dolls.
Homemade dolls are kind of horrifying.
It's the scariest thing you've ever laid your eyes on.
Sorry, lady.
And the fact that she doesn't realize she makes horrifying dolls, it's on her.
If you would like to see a photo of the doll, I did tweet out the photo that has the note with it as well.
Of Emily?
Yes, of Emily the doll, and there is a photo of Emily as well on Kvj TV.
Oh, it doesn't look scary at all.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my. Totally has murder in her heart.
Yeah, so there you go. Fun little practical joke, though. A pantsless cop in Belle Isle, Florida, there in Volusia County, got arrested for a Dewey. Police noticed a pickup that was driving with its turn signal on for nearly a mile as it drifted between lanes. It was also speeding, and then they pulled the truck over. And driving was an off-duty cop who smelled like alcohol and has no pants on.
Where are his pants?
That's a great question. I don't think we have an answer to that.
I mean, it has gone all wrong.
Yeah, they gave him a field sobriety test. I don't know if he had pants on for that.
Look, I can't judge. A few months ago, I couldn't find my pants.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you didn't drive.
No, I didn't drive, but I drove myself insane.
Your pants were in your backyard where you took them off drunk.
They were in the backyard of a part I never really go to either.
He has since resigned from the police department.
Yeah, it's probably a good move.
There's a lot of videos of police officers getting pulled over by police officers and they're drinking and driving. There's quite a bit of them on YouTube.
Yeah, making some mistakes.
And they always beg, come on, man, do something for me. You don't have my back. It's like, bro, this is on camera. What are you talking about?
Yeah, body cams ruined it.
Yeah, you're right.
The other day, they found a dude dead underneath a car in New York City.
Oh, no.
And when they looked at the situation, they realized he was under there trying to steal the catalytic converter,
well,
which I guess you can get a couple $100 for. And his jack malfunctioned and pinned him under the car and killed him.
Karma.
Car, C-A-R.
Oh. Look out, Daddy. Someone else telling jokes in here.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm coming for you, Big D.
Yep. A survey in the UK found that 18% of people said that their most pressing back-to-office concern was going poop at work.
It's a problem for a lot of people. And I notice when we talk about not wanting to go to poop at work, people always text in and say, you guys are such snowflakes. It's just go and poop it. The reason why we hear from them, they're the vocal minority. Most people don't want to poop at work.
Well, they're the majority. 82% of people, I guess, are cool with it. It's
really?
18% that don't want to.
82?
Yeah.
We're the minority?
Yeah, I mean, that's what the stat says. It says that 18% of people said their most pressing concern was going poop at work. That's 18%. So 82%, that's not their most pressing. Now, maybe they don't love it, but
okay, all right.
I mean, it's really only a massive concern for 18% of the workers.
I see what you're saying. I understand the stat better.
If you are a person with problem pooping, though, being able to poop at home and work at home is such a cush setup.
Yeah,
no more stressing about that work poo.
We got somebody in this building that likes to come right to work around 8:30 and then go right to the bathroom and loves talking to you about making deals while he's going number 2. Dude,
he's a sales guy.
Dude, I don't want to out the department, but
I know his name. You've told it to me.
But it's definitely a sales, Kevin.
Okay, definitely in sales.
He's a deal pooper.
Got some fun posts here from social media people have sent us. One with Rick, who decided to make a vulgar post about women who get fake breasts, and then he gets calls out because he gets all offended here. So I'll play the role of Rick. We can have Virginia playing the role of Andrew. Bird, you can be Mary Grace, and Denny's, you'll play Ashley here on this thread.
All right, I knew a Mary Grace growing up.
Okay, here's Rick. He wrote, my ex-girlfriend got her boobs done. I'm sorry, ladies, but getting fake breasts makes you look like a straight-up hooker. Hashtag Team Natural.
Yeah, I agree, Rick. Fake breasts are for porn stars. Women need to wake up. Men aren't into them anymore.
WTF, Rick? That's a terrible thing to say. I have fake breasts and I'm a respected working woman. Your post is disgusting. Take it down now.
It might be disgusting, but sometimes the truth hurts, Ashley. I didn't mean anything personal. It was more of an attack on my ex-girlfriend. Her new boobs are completely gross. Sorry, not sorry.
That doesn't make it right, Rick. You shouldn't sexualize women like that, especially on a public forum. Take it down.
Yeah, Rick. Stop sexualizing fun bags. I mean, what a crazy notion that a man might find boobs sexy. Where'd you find this, Ashley? Stop your virtual signaling and I'll go on living my life as a boob-loving American man that I am.
USA!
Yeah.
USA! USA!
Love when they fight about boobs.
You men can sexualize my breasts anytime. I'm old and washed up. I could use the attention.
Oh. Mary Grace.
Stop being a part of the problem, Mary Sue. You're a woman, for God's sake.
My name's Mary Grace.
Yeah, weird. Don't be worse than the men.
How about you shut up and mind your own business, Ashley? Some of us women like showing off our boobs, getting attention. Deal with it, lady.
Okay.
Sounds hot.
Mary Grace.
I feel like Mary Grace came to life.
Mary Grace, how about that? This thread has Ben as a star. He gets a little hopped up on the giggle juice and then decides to go on a rant about his girlfriend's new cat. Virginia, you can play the role of Ben here.
Okay, cat-hating Ben.
You're cat-hating Ben.
Who basically a lot of this has a conversation with himself. I'll play the role of Tom. Bird, you can be Scott in this.
Okay, here goes Ben. I gotta come out and say it. My girlfriend's new cat is ugly and annoying AF. Yeah, I'll probably regret this post in the morning. Sorry, I've been drinking. Oh, and one last thing. Her cat doesn't shut the F up. I can't sleep, ever. And that's why I'm up now.
Okay. So hours go by after Ben originally posts that, and then he comes back.
Cats suck. My girlfriend is sleeping all peacefully, and I'm over here wanting to strangle a cat.
How dare you threaten violence to a cat? Not cool, man. Not acceptable. And not on my watch, buddy. You hurt that cat, you're gonna deal with me.
Calm the F down, Snowflake. I was just kidding. Dude, you need a drink. Get off my feet if you don't like it. The only thing that sucks worse than cats are people that defend cats.
Oh, ouch.
Meowch.
Go to bed, Tom. You're drunk and you're angry. Cats are a great species, man. Not a good look on you.
Screw you, Scott. And screw the cats. I'm funny.
Hours later, Ben wraps up his thread with this.
Look, I am so sorry to anyone I offended last night, especially my girlfriend's brother, Tom.
Hey, man.
I didn't realize that was you, Tom. I'm sorry. I really do like cats. I just drank too much. Again, so sorry, guys.
You do not like cats, man. You hate them, and now your girlfriend's brother hates you.
Tom, how about that? There are other people where, you can commiserate with their pain. It's the F My Life website where people post up things that have gone wrong in their life as well. Somebody posted up today, I asked the girl that I sort of like as we were leaving class how her day was going so far. She said, great, don't ruin it.
Dang.
Oh.
But maybe that person is annoying AF. And they could ruin it.
That's tough, though.
Not what you want to hear from the person you like. It's going great. Don't ruin it.
Get away from me.
Thanks. Somebody said, today I went on a date with an awesome guy. Then I got super hammered and punched him in the face.
Oh.
Okay.
What made the turn? Was it the fifth tequila?
You will get a little punchy on tequila.
It brings out a beast that's within.
Yeah. It's a bad idea. Somebody said today I was on my period crying. I hugged my boyfriend. I told him that I would miss him. He was going to the store down the street and back. FML.
Do you get emotional when you have your period?
I don't know. It's hard for me to be able to tell because I'm in it.
You don't get cryy. You get more like, I want to bite your head off. Arr!
I think you would have to ask Panda
No, I know
or somebody on the outside.
All I gotta do is look in his eyes and I got the answer.
Yeah. All you ever need to know.
He's got that far off, distant look.
He's got that 1,000
He's like,
yard stare.
I really blew it on this one.
Someone also posted this up on the FML site. Today, I was about to make a sale on a $2,000 necklace. The commission for me would be amazing. The anticipation and excitement got to me, and I accidentally let out a fart. Of course, it smelled terrible. The woman's face turned angry. She handed me the necklace and left without saying a word.
Oh.
Dang, you blew the sale because you blew the fart.
You farted on her.
Oh, that's terrible.
You farted away your money.
Dude. That's not a closer.
You got to figure out how to control that
Yeah.
bottom you got.
It is a closer from a certain point of view.
Wow. This person said, today I got stoned with the clowns at the birthday party I took my niece to. This is a new low point. FML. That's quite a story, though, huh?
That is amazing.
Well, you wonder what gets those clowns to do that stuff, you know? More weed.
Yeah. Somebody on the FML site put, today Snapchat thought my double chin was a mouth. You know how it like detects things and then
Don't do the filters or read the comments.
Yeah. Today my mom called me from jail. She was arrested for having sex in public. I was with my dad when I got the call.
Oh no.
That's tough, Dad. That's tough, Dad.
So her call was to you.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
What do you say to Dad?
Would you try to cover it up, or would you be like, you know what Mom just did?
I would always tell either parent the truth is what's going on. They're the ones being shady. If you don't want people talking about you and getting all drama,
right,
then don't cheat.
Yeah, if you don't want me to tell the world, maybe adjust your behavior.
Boom.
Yeah. Somebody wrote on the FML site, today I woke up to my boyfriend making the bed at 2 a.m. And he wasn't so much making the bed as he was holding a pillow while lost in thought, looking at me. That's a little creepy.
Yeah.
Were you sleeping and you woke up and that's what he's doing?
He's standing there. What are you doing? Oh, I'm making the bed. It's 2 a.m.
There's nothing weirder and creepier when you wake up and someone's just standing and watching you. It's pretty creepy.
I love to do that to Panda.
That's horrifying, man.
He wakes up, he's like, what the hell are you doing?
I would hate that.
I'm
That's
like,
terrifying.
nothing, just keeping you on your toes.
That's terrifying.
Didn't Magnolia do that to you when she was staying at your house?
Yeah, I woke up and I wasn't used to it. I look up and I see a silhouette of a girl with pigtails.
Are you sleeping?
What? What's going on?
Wanna play a game?
Magnolia is a light sleeper.
Oh my gosh. So am I. Oh, that was one of the most terrifying nights of my life. And finally, somebody wrote on the FML site, today I forgot that I gave my Bluetooth speaker a ridiculous device name as a joke when I first got it. I just remembered that at a family barbecue that everybody's going to be able to see the name of the playlist, Pudwhackin', when your cousin links it to their speaker, FML.
Pudwhackin's so benign and harmless.
But do you want your family seeing that?
They know what I am.
They've walked in on him.
I grew up
Oh,
in
you
a
got
house
a playlist for this, huh?
I was raised by a house full of Pudwhackers.
Yeah, okay.
My mother and her mother before her.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, this is a fun little site called Cameo. It's actually a really cool gift idea for somebody's birthday where you can get a celebrity to read off a personalized message that you can send to that person.
It was a great birthday gift for me this year. My favorite baseball player of all time, Dale Murphy. You guys had that.
Yeah,
You and
Randy.
Virginia and
Yeah.
Randy. Everybody
Yeah.
led the charge of getting that done. I loved it. My dad loved it.
Yeah.
It was pretty big.
It was big for someone like that. I mean, he's a legend in my eyes.
He's your favorite.
Of all time. Him and Gary Carter.
But what's interesting is to see how much these celebrities are charging. I assume they set their own prices. So some of it is how they value themselves, I guess what people would actually pay.
Yeah, your boy, Corey Feldman, at one point was charging an enormous amount of money. Hopefully he got knocked down a peg.
So what I've got two different celebrities and what they are charging on this Cameo site for a personalized message from these celebrities. David is on here from Royal Palm to play along, get 3 out of 5, and I'll hook you up with a $100 gift certificate to Conky Joe's. Are you ready to play, David?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. Okay. First one I got for you. Who is charging more on Cameo, Vanilla Ice or Montel Jordan?
Montel Jordan.
Montel Jordan. No, Montel Jordan is going for $100 on Cameo. Vanilla Ice is up to $3.99 now.
When's the last time Montel Jordan's been on TV? When's the last time he had a show?
He's only got that. This is how we do it. He had like another B-side song, but
Getting my Montel's confused.
Wrong Montel.
yeah, I was like, yeah.
It makes sense. It's 100. Okay, I'm back. Wrong Montel.
You're in it now.
I do love that song though.
It is weird that there's a bunch of Montels.
It's a lot of Montel.
Okay, let's see if we can do better on this one. Next up, what do you think? Carol Baskin or The Situation, Mike Sorrentino from Jersey Shore?
That's a good one because they both have inflated egos.
Carol Baskin from the Tiger King documentary on Netflix. David, who is charging more on Netflix or on Cameo?
Carol Baskin. Carol Baskin.
Carol Baskin. No.
That's a tough one.
Yeah,
that is tough.
That's a hard one.
The Sitch is charging more?
Yeah, he wants $300 for a Cameo message, and Carol Baskin is asking for $249.
They're both out of their minds.
Okay.
$250 for Baskin?
That's a lot.
That's a lot of money. Tiger King is a year out.
I don't love Tiger King that much.
No.
I might pay $50 for Carol.
Yeah.
And what's he gonna give you? Hi, the Big Cat Rescue.
Hi, Kim.
Hi, Kevin. Happy birthday.
Hey, Big Cat's a good one.
Okay, let's see if David can get this one right here. Jaleel White, who played Urkel on Family Matters, or Alfonso Ribeiro, who was Carlton on The Fresh Prince?
It's another tough one.
Okay, David, who do you think is...
Alfonso.
You're going to say Alfonso Ribeiro? You got that one right,
Yay!
my man. Yeah, he's going for $250 for a Cameo message, and Urkel wants $179.
Now, do you get Urkel or do you get the actor? Because I want Urkel. I don't want the actor.
It's a good question because I know Jaleel White had really kind of spurned the Urkel for a while.
Everybody wants Urkel.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Kev.
He better do Urkel.
Yeah.
By the way, that's what Virginia sounds like when she starts really getting drunk.
What do you mean?
So much like Urkel.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
What do you prefer, David? College football or NBA basketball?
College football.
Okay. All right. I'm going to give you one here for the Florida Gators. Former coaches. Who's asking for more on Cameo? Steve Spurrier or Urban Meyer?
Urban Meyer.
You know that
Oh,
ego.
you know he's asking for so much of it.
You know that ego.
We looked into that to get that for you, Kevin, for your birthday, and we were like, oh, that's out of our price range.
It was basically one of those things where we go, we love Kevin, but not that much.
No. Urban Meyer, $345. Steve Spurrier, $229. So
I wonder what Dale Murphy was, because he was a ball player that fizzled out in the mid-'90s.
Oh, we spent like $500 on that.
Dale Murphy? Oh, you got me. I'm so easily tricked. I'm like, that was so sweet.
Look how nice we are. That was $500.
How am I going to believe something from a witch?
you can't.
No.
You can't.
Gotcha.
Okay, I'm going to hit you with one more here, David. Let's see. You're on a roll now. What do you think about this? Let's go pro wrestling. Bret the Hitman Hart or Ric Flair?
Oh, this is...
Who's more for a Cameo message, David?
That's Ric Flair.
That is Ric Flair.
Woo! Both massive egos. Ric Flair did not have a good week. That documentary dropped, that Dark Side of the Ring I was telling you about.
Tell us about
Some
it.
bad stuff dropped about Ric Flair.
Yeah.
About a lot of wrestlers, to be quite honest with you.
I love juicy bad stuff.
People are pissed about that documentary.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Ric Flair's asking for $500, or at least was before the documentary.
Yeah, I don't know if he should get $500.
And Bret the Hitman Hart wants $150. So there you go. All right, that was a good round for you there, David. Going to hook you up with $100 for you to go to Conky Joe's. It's on the water just north of the Jensen Beach Causeway. Enjoy yourself, okay, David?
Thank you so much, guys. Have a good weekend.
All right,
You too.
There you go. Somebody just sent this in for an FML that we were just doing on the show. Food for thought. I just decided to get a hash brown and a Coke from Mickey D's. I'm hungover. And the combo tasted like garbage. This happens with chocolate and Coke too for me. Is this just me, or are there combos out there that should not go together?
I hate when I accidentally put an orange something with chocolate. That combo, orange and chocolate, grosses me out for some reason.
It doesn't go well. You're right.
Some people do it. Yeah, some people like it because somebody gave me a chocolate bar and it's got like orange in it, and I was like,
it's got to be a really unique kind of a dessert for me to like orange and chocolate together.
I agree.
Yeah, that is kind of a gnarly little thing there. So yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, combos that do not go together. I know there's a lot of them, but there are some that you would think like orange and chocolate should and would, but does not.
The one I get a lot of crap on, and I think it goes great together, and it's showing that I'm a bad Italian, but I love ketchup and pizza. I like dipping it in.
That one's a good one.
Cheap pizza, dipping it in ketchup.
Yeah.
Everything you just said disgusts me.
No.
Cheap pizza should be outlawed, and ketchup is just disgusting.
I know how I feel there on the dirt.
I love good dog stories, and this is...
Sorry.
Do you mind?
Sorry.
Someone was rocking out the Doja Cat.
Your
had
headphones
his headphones
were so loud.
cranked.
Yes.
Sorry, as you were.
Feedback.
Feedback Pennington.
Feedback Pennington, and the feedback's all bad.
It's not good. No, I've read the
not
comments.
good feedback. Yeah, it's a story about 74-year-old Susan Marciano. She was walking her dog Nalu near a lake at Burt Aronson Park west of Boca Raton. And she let her golden retriever Mix, Nalu, off its leash. Nalu waded into the chest-deep water, and that's when Susan noticed a dark shadow in the water next to her dog.
Uh-oh, it's a gator.
It was. As she got closer, she was horrified to see this at least 6-foot-long gator, maybe longer, lash into Nalu, grabbing the dog in its jaws. She said, I did the only thing I could do. I came down on the alligator with all my weight. So basically, she did a wrestling move on the gator.
Wow.
The gator released Nalu and then turned and sunk its teeth into her hand.
Dang.
Yeah.
The gator said, okay, you want to play? Let's go, lady.
Right? Bring it, woman.
There's a whole TikTok thing about white women are crazy. They will do anything to protect an animal.
Yes.
Here's the damn proof.
Here is the proof. Yeah, so she was able to club the gator again, and her and Nalu ran out of the water and onto the trail around the lake.
Wow.
She had puncture wounds in her hand. Nalu had it in its stomach and thigh, but both have recovered and returned back to the park, which I probably would never go to again. They still haven't found the gator. So it's still on the lam.
Seriously, lady, don't let your dog wade in the canal or the lake or whatever it was. I mean, it's kind of like, ooh.
Well, that just lets all the gators know, guys, there's a new restaurant opening up over here.
Yeah, dog dinner.
That's really what it's like for the gator.
Yeah, he's like, sweet.
Yeah.
This is delivery.
Yeah.
They're all talking. There's no way the dog's walking it. She's bringing it in the canal. Oh my God, this is great, guys.
This is awesome.
Can you believe this?
Who's hungry?
Here's another good story. Lisa Rallerson was living in a cottage in West Palm in October 2020 when her 15-year-old dog Sparky escaped through a gate.
Oh, Sparky.
Oh, Sparky.
I mean, at 15 years, that dog's still spry trying to go out and get some adventure.
Well, I call him Sparky.
Damn name Sparky. Yeah, he's living up to his name.
Yeah, well, weeks went by, no sign of Sparky, and weeks turned into months, which turned into a year, and then Lisa was on the Sunshine State Westy Rescues Facebook page and noticed a dog that looked just like Sparky.
No way.
When she investigated, she found out the truth that Sparky had been brought to a shelter as a stray, and that Sparky was actually close to being euthanized before the rescue Facebook page people jumped in and saved him. And Sparky had a microchip, but the chip wasn't registered, so they couldn't get information about Lisa.
So they had the microchip. We can't get the information. Well, kill him anyway.
Luckily, they stepped in, and he was just at the shelter that they had put together. That's why those rescues are amazing, because they do, especially when they go for a certain breed like that. They're able to save Sparky, and they were reunited 331 days after Sparky's escape.
I could not imagine, especially an old dog like that.
Yeah.
It escapes, and you not knowing what happened to it.
Well, you don't know. Maybe Sparky has like dementia, doggy dementia. He might have not meant to escape, but then didn't know where he was.
Or maybe Sparky said, you know what, y'all, I'm getting older. I never really got to see the world. I never had my Rumspringa. Let me go out there. Let me make it happen. Just 1 year.
Maybe Sparky hates you. He ran, and he's pissed. Because he got caught.
Sparky, they bring him back to the house. He's like, "Are you kidding
Damn
me,
it.
guys? Really?
All right, where's that hole?
All that work?
Yeah.
Does that fence still have a hole?
Today is the first official day of fall, and I had seen this national survey of Americans' favorite seasons. Summer was number one with 33% of the vote. Spring second. Fall was third, and then winter dead last, which you can imagine with the rest of America having to deal with cold winters and crappy weather when we have our best. So South Floridians, what would they say? So we did our own poll earlier this morning at kvjshow.com, and good news, because if you love today and fall, that is by far the favorite season of South Floridians so far. 64% said fall was their favorite season.
People in my neighborhood already getting ready for Halloween, putting creepy stuff in their lawn. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Home Depot, I was
Right.
just telling our own witch, they've got some really fun stuff there. I'm not getting paid by Home Depot. I walked in there to get something, and I saw these big giant monsters that move around. They're growling, snarling.
It's intense. They've got quite the Halloween setup at Home Depot.
My only issue is I'm going to buy one of those things. I'm never going to take it down. I want that thing up there.
There's a lot to love in South Florida. Halloween, college football, and football in general, and there's a lot of fans of all that. Also, the weather is going to start getting a little bit better.
Oh, please, Kevin, please let it be true.
The other day, there was something weird. For about 10 minutes, it felt cool. I'm like, wait, what's going on here?
It
was Sunday morning for about 10 minutes.
It's a trick.
Rain was coming or something.
I don't know,
Yeah,
but I was like,
it's too
oh,
hot.
it didn't feel like it was very humid. I'm like, okay, maybe it's on deck.
Oh, I'm praying the nice weather breaks before Halloween. If it does, I want to have a Halloween party.
Well, there's nothing. When you have great, creepy, but / awesome weather for Halloween, it makes it that much better.
I know.
It makes people get in the spirit a little bit
A
more.
chilly Halloween with the air like breezy and crisp is like my dream come true.
I don't like sweating during Halloween. It's tough.
No.
It's tough with the makeup.
I love going out. I love trick-or-treating. I love all that. But yeah, when you have swamp butt, it takes the joy out of it.
Oh, and I'm going to go real big with my trick-or-treating.
So Americans' favorite seasons.
We will just go on and on. Kevin's
Yeah,
like, all right, get the train back on the tracks.
Summer, spring, fall, winter for America, but in South Florida, it's fall, winter, spring, and summer. That's exactly how I would have done mine. 64% say fall their favorite season, winter second with 27%, and then spring and summer way behind in third and fourth. So there you go. So good news. We love this time of year here in South Florida. A little positive as we get into the ATS coming up. After the show podcast, going to be live on YouTube. You can also get it on demand on our app anytime. Bird, wrap us up with your thought for the day.
The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking.
Ooh.
Oh, bird.
The KVJ Show on 97.9.